is Veronica McBeth, and I am the Interim Director of Baltimore City Department of Transportation. Our agency is responsible for responding to severe weather events, and our carpenters build the iconic yellow salt boxes as a public safety precaution for important roads and our most vulnerable populations. So while popular to decorate, the Baltimore salt boxes are meant for steep hills or areas too narrow for our salt trucks to reach during a snow event. Primary roads like main streets, including emergency routes to hospitals, police stations, and schools are prioritized and paved in order by zone. So to kick off the campaign, the DOT debuted 4 giant salt boxes at the annual Dia Del Niño celebration held in Patterson Park. These giant boxes were created as part of a special initiative to celebrate the beloved salt boxes that are placed in city communities during the winter season. DOT and local artists collaborated on this project to create public art and to educate residents about how ordinary tools used by the agency can become extraordinary pieces celebrated in Baltimore and beyond. So for this project, local saltbox artists were invited to discuss their Baltimore-inspired designs along with children from our local recreation centers. Our local artists include Matt Muirhead, who partnered with Coldstream Recreation Center from Clifton Park, Liz Miller, who partnered with Mount Royal Recreation Center at Druid Hill Park, Jasmin Manning, who partnered with Virginia S. Baker Recreation Center at Patterson Park, and Akio Evans, who partnered with Samuel F.B. Morse Recreation Center at Carroll Park.
And now, introducing the founder of the Saltbox movement, Juliet Ames.
My name is Juliet Ames from Baltimore, and I started making the salt boxes during the pandemic in 2020. Well, I'm generally a rule follower, but something about the salt boxes were calling to me for a while now. But once the pandemic hit, I just had extra motivation to make the art. So I did the first salt box at about 9 a.m. in the morning, and I tweeted it out into the world, not knowing if I was going to get in trouble or if it was going to get taken down right away. But the instant Twitter follower reaction was amazing, and just a couple hours after I posted it, the Department of Transportation tweeted back that they loved it and they challenged more artists to join in, which is probably the best outcome I could have possibly thought of. The saltbox art started with my broken plate pieces as the letters for the saltbox, but after we were challenged to make more, it kind of evolved into a project where I can highlight all the cool things around Baltimore, cool people who are from Baltimore, and I've got this now unique platform to share all the awesome stuff. I've discovered through this process that a lot of people really love saltboxes, and I think they've got a new appreciation. They're kind of a Baltimore icon now. Yeah, we're free to be weirdos and creative around Baltimore, and I think especially during the pandemic, things got even weirder. So, drive around, you'll see art on every corner pretty much. And we're surrounded by the history of art, the Cohn Sisters, the BMA, Walters Art Museum, and there's just new art everywhere. The cool thing about the Saltbox program is that anybody can do it, and people who aren't artists, in their real life, are coming out and making art as a family, with friends, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You just go out there and make some art.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Akio. I'm from East Baltimore, born and raised. And this box right here inspired my art because it's diamonds in the rough. This city is full of diamonds, it's full of hidden gems, full of creators, full of artists from all walks of life. And that's what this box to me represents. In the flag, you have the diamonds. And what I did for the HBO Charm City Kings film was that we put still movie grabs inside those diamonds. And for me, I look at the city flag as if it's black and yellow diamonds. So that's what you see right here. You know, some of the things that inspired me in creating this piece was nothing but the city of Baltimore. I always, in each and every piece that I create, I like to commemorate my city. I like to tell the stories and history of my city. So I do that in each and every piece that I create, whether it be clothing, whether it be shoe mural art, or whether it be filmmaking. So I'm known as the shoe muralist. And me doing this human-sized salt box, man, it was challenging, but I was able to execute and actually deliver what exactly I seen in my mind as I wanted to commemorate Baltimore in a way where it highlights just the Baltimore flag.
Hi, I'm Liz Miller. We're here in Druid Hill Park at Latrobe Pavilion, and we're at my salt box that I created for Druid Hill Park and the DOT of Baltimore. I am not from Baltimore, Maryland. I'm actually from the Midwest, but I feel like I'm from Baltimore. I've been here 20 years. Baltimore has definitely inspired the box. I'm a strong believer in the actual context of the place influencing the content of the art. So when I was tasked to create this box, I really wanted to speak to its place where it would be, because those people that go through the park are going to see this box. And so I wanted to speak to the story of the name of Druid Hill Park. So some people ask, how important is it to connect the environment with the art? For me, it's so important because the environment is literally the frame of the artwork, and especially when you're talking about street art. I run Mural Art Tours Baltimore, and I talk about context all the time. And so when I was thinking about creating this artwork for Druid Hill Park, I wanted it to connect with its environment, not to stand out or to have some dissonance with its environment. And so that's why I took the name Druid Hill Park, looked at the history of it. I loved Drew Hill, the group, and those two together create this beautiful connection between the artwork and its environment. So my first reaction when the DOT contacted me to do a salt box was, finally, because I was waiting for their call. I do create the designs on some of the salt boxes that you've seen around the city. If you see one that says Liz Miller Productions, that's me. I love creating work for the boxes. I create them at my own cost. It's simply because I love connecting with the city and not breaking the law and doing street art. So it's really lovely to be a part of a movement like that. And so I was honored and really enjoyed the task of creating work for one of the official giant salt boxes.
Hey, I'm Matt Muirhead. I've been working with flowers a lot in a lot of my paintings. Flowers sort of merged with architecture. I'm English originally, moved to the States when I was a child, and moved to Baltimore 13, 14 years ago. I've always been a stranger and dropping into somebody else's world. So I think being an artist was a way for me to kind of bring people into my world instead of always dropping into their world. I love a nice chamomile tea in the evening, and I chose chamomile as the flowers for my piece. They're tiny, they're multiplicitous. There's so many of them. Any bush of chamomile contains thousands and thousands of flowers, and they will relax you. So it's sort of like the masses, the calm masses. It's a dream of chill that this city might, through osmosis, through seeing my work, be inspired to relax. For me, putting architecture and flowers and plants together was just a beautiful combination.
What's up, everybody? It's Mayor Brandon Scott. I am here in the beautiful Patterson Park with local homegrown Baltimore artist Jasmin Manning at one of her art installations that is a salt box. So Jasmin, talk to me about growing up in Baltimore and what inspired you to do art.
Yeah, so I've been doing art for years all my life, and just riding around seeing a lot of the murals in Baltimore have really inspired me. And inspired me to want to teach art, create art, do murals.
What else in the Baltimore art scene did you look up to or that inspired you and made you want to do art in this way?
Yeah, a lot of the graffiti, which some people look down on, but you shouldn't. A lot of the graffiti I've seen in Baltimore is very inspiring. A lot of the big murals over in Northeast, East, West, South. Seeing those murals on the buildings really inspired me, and I wanted to be able to take on this career to be able to teach young black girls like myself, who may not have seen people like me, that they can do art as well. Because a lot of times you don't see that. But I'm glad, I know Baltimore is in a renaissance now. You see a lot of black artists, a lot of people getting together, a lot of people creating shows, environments for black artists to come out and show their talents and creativity.
Talk to me about what inspired you to do salt boxes, and how did you feel when you first decided to do art on a piece of city infrastructure?
They asked me to come on board with the team and create a salt box installation here, and I was just really, really excited.
We know Baltimore is a sneaker town. Everyone knows the history of Baltimore saving the Air Force Ones. Everyone knows about Baltimore New Balance, but we also know Air Max is a big thing in Baltimore, especially Air Max 95. Talk to me about this particular shoe and why you put this one on the salt box.
So I'm a sneakerhead. I love sneakers. I wanted to create something that people could take pictures with, maybe come out and take pictures of their sneakers and stuff like that. Also, I'm a big fan of this shoe. I don't have the shoe, but I would love to have it. Oh, not yet. You're right. Not yet. Not yet. And I would love to do a collab with Nike too. That would be great. But I wanted to pay homage to Baltimore with our colors, so black, orange, white, and which is the Orioles colors. I also wanted to depict, like how Patterson Park is. A lot of people come out here and run. They exercise, you know what I mean, to get their blood flowing. So I just wanted to depict that through my artwork on the salt box.
I just got one request.
Yes.
The next one, because this could be a collab with another artist. You can get with the good brother Devin Allen, because you know he designed some of Steph Curry's shoes and do one of them on there. That'll be dope.
That would be amazing. That would be great.
There
I
we
love
go.
the shoe, by the way.
They're great shoes.
Yes.
I have them all in every color, every Devin design Under Armour I have.
You do?
I do.
I love it.
And if you want more information about this fabulous artist's work, please scan the QR code and go out and see where the work is throughout the city.
We'd like to thank the artists, the youth of Baltimore City, and of course, our amazing Baltimore City DOT family for being part of the first official Baltimore City Saltbox campaign. Especially Mayor Brandon M. Scott of Baltimore City for his support. And this project was inspired by the amazing work of Juliet Ames, whose public art helped bring to the forefront the iconic Baltimore City Salt Box. So the public is encouraged to celebrate the city and local artists by visiting the giant salt boxes in each of the parks. The Department of Transportation has placed barcodes on each box so that passerbyers can scan the code to learn more about the project and the artists who created them. They will be on display through the beginning of winter in Patterson Park, Clifton Park, Druid Hill Park, and Carroll Park. So be sure to find a salt box nearby.